Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Metroid Fusion. We're gonna get interrupted by the computer. Atmospheric stabilizers online. But many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2 TRO, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Start moving. I'll brief you at the TRO navigation room. So, in the last episode, we started the game. Got a bunch of exposition at the beginning. and dealt with Sector 1. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer, too. So yes, we took care of the 5 stabilizers in Sector 1, stopped the X from changing the environment, and now we're going to head over to Sector 2 and see what's up there. I do like how these the elevators are color-coded based on the environment that they are connected to. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached all the capsules containing the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SAX, just run. Don't think about fighting. You're still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroid, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is equipped with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAX traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Keep an eye out for the SAX. So now I can, put a name to a... I don't know if you want to call that a face? I'm not sure if the SAX has a face or not, because I'm pretty sure that it's just, inhabiting the armor. So I'm not sure if it's just, a separate being from the armor or what's going on there, but, I'm going to assume it doesn't have a face. Let's go with that. But now we know that, the SAX is responsible for destroying my favorite door. So, now it's personal. But I'm going to head for the lock first. And of course, I've played this game before, so I know where it is. Now, they don't really give you a lot of room to search for this first security lock here. The map that we were given is not that big to start out with. It does not mean that Sector 2 is a really small sector. As we'll find out momentarily, it's actually pretty big, so... But a lot of it is not on the map, and that is why it looks small right now. So it'll take either like a charge shot or 2 missiles to take out those red guys. I'm not sure what their names are, I'm being lax in my research or just general knowledge duties. So we got ourselves the bombs. And that didn't sound good. So... one thing you'll probably notice if you've played any of the other Metroid games is the bombs are super slow in this game. Like, kind of annoyingly slow. And part of the reason for that is that they prevent you from infinite bomb jumping. It's impossible to do that in this game. I don't even think you can do it, like, you know, with tasks. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, you can't infinite bomb jump, you can't single wall jump. That severely limits what you can do in the game. So, let's see. I am looking for a bomb block somewhere along the wall there. Yeah. I believe it's like somewhere around here. There we go. That one can be a bit annoying, this missile expansion, but yeah, the bombs are going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with, at least for a little while. Fortunately, we're going to be getting the spring ball soon, so I know I'm kind of spoiling some of the upgrades, but if you played Metroid games before, then you'll know some of these upgrades already, and to be fair, it is the next one that we'll be getting. Alright, gotta take care of you. And let's see, yeah, we do want to fall down here. So that blue one takes a lot of hits, but it also has a redxparasite in it, so we're up to 3 now. But yeah, we're gonna be getting a lot of missiles towards the beginning of the game for the expansions. Not that we won't be getting energy tanks, but they're a little bit slower as far as how many you get. In the early game, at least. So we're gonna keep on moving here. So we want to head for this door right here. There are a whole bunch of different paths that you can go down here, but this is the only one that will actually get you where you need to go. And speaking of energy tanks, actually there's one right here. So there's actually a shootable floor, and we've got ourselves another eye door. So if you come from the left of this room here, you'll end up, down below the floor there. And you won't be able to get up through it. Oops. Alright, I'll have to show this off another time. Ow. Oh, hey, it was actually being nice. But, of course, that means we have ourselves another boss. Which is this thing. So, I don't believe most of these enemies or these bosses have named like American, or English names. So a lot of them, like for the ones that I actually do know the names of the enemies, they're all Japanese. So I'll try to, tell those when I know them, but so the basic gist of oops, I totally missed out on this one. It hops around, and eventually it will go up and you'll be able to shoot it. And that's how you damage it, but you don't want to get captured in it, so if it captures you, you'll have to use bombs to escape. And that's the basic gist of it. It'll get shorter as you damage it, and the opening through which you can shoot it will get smaller. So you saw I had a bit of trouble right there. But for beating it, we get the high jump, which also has the spring ball attached to it. So we're going to be able to jump a lot higher, and now we don't have to wait around for bombs to be able to move through morph ball tunnels a little bit more effectively. So we're going to head back out of this area. And we'll see here that there are a lot more scripted sequences. So, you know, the computer said we might need bombs to get out if the SAX traps us. And look, the SAX has trapped us. So that was the SAX right there, in case you couldn't tell. If you go down too early, it will see you and try to start shooting at you, which will almost certainly result in your death. So, you know, the best thing to do there is just be patient and wait for it to leave the room. The SAX is one of those things that it's a lot more threatening when you don't, you know where it's supposed to be. Or see it coming, you know. So, as far as replay value goes, it's a lot less threatening, but oh hey, I might actually be able to do that. Here, let me try that. Oh, that is so much easier. Okay, cool. We're not supposed to be getting these right now, technically. This is one of the few times you'll see me actually kind of breaking the intended sequence and getting some things early. So yeah, I'm doing this because I can. Not necessarily because it's faster. But now that we've got those, we'll get out of here. Alright. Oops. Somehow that still worked. I'll take it. Okay. So there is a missile expansion right around here. Off to the right. You can also get in here from the top area here, but obviously that's more difficult than the low road. And one last thing before we blow this popsicle stand, at least for now, is now that this blue door is open, we can now get this. And technically, well, we can't get this before we get the bombs. They're required to open the secret room here, so I was thinking maybe you could get this after you open the blue hatches, but no, because the path gets blocked off after you get the bombs. So best time to get them is now, probably, unless you want to wait. And we don't need to go into that room just yet. So I'm probably gonna skip these recharge stations a lot of the time, as well as the save stations, unless I'm like at the end of the part or something. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4 AQA with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Now head for Sector 4. Yeah, I did forget to mention this earlier, but I'm going to be shooting for about 20 minutes on these parts. The last one went over a little bit just because we had the intro in there. The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities, but does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. So we'll head over to Sector 4. Luckily, we don't have to run very far to get it. It's just right next to Sector 2. And this is the only sector out of the 6 that you actually enter to the left instead of to the right. So, you know, shout outs to all my lefties out there. This sector's taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the SAX. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature the researchers called Serris. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Serris. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Serris is returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. Now the game makes it sound like touching the electrified water is really bad, but it just slowly saps your health. It's not honestly that bad. So you'll get to see me take a dip momentarily. All right. If you want to get through this room fast, you can shoot these guys before you jump on the platform. That'll help. So in here, we're going to head to this upper door first. And we've got ourselves a bit of a detour. Now, you might think this is the right way to go if you want to get to Serris. So here, I'll bring up the map. But as we'll find out in a few seconds, there's actually some rubble blocking our path from this side. Now, there is an energy tank, so it is worth your time to come up here, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to Serris's tank that way. So for now, we're gonna have to head back. And I say, you know, detour like it's a super long thing. It probably took like maybe a minute. You know, if that. But here's where I'm gonna actually take a little dip into the electrified water. So you see, I didn't really lose that much health from it. We're gonna go somewhere around here, right? Oh, no, wait, no, sorry, it's at the top of this ladder. There is a missile expansion hidden here. So we're gonna grab that. And then we'll be back on our regular path. Alright, so we gotta bomb these, which takes a while. And now we're gonna head up. Okay, now that I'm just kind of like listening to the music here, it's still really good, but you know. I find it funny that, you know, for some of the other Metroid games or just games in general, I don't talk about the music nearly as much as I should, but, you know, for this one, it's like, oh yeah, I'll mention the music like every episode, sometimes multiple times. So I'm going to take a save and do a mid-air morph to get in there, because using the bombs or spring ball are for losers. Well, Serris doesn't look alive to me. I don't know what your prognosis is, but mine would be dead for a long time. But we also have ourselves a Korax or Dorax here. So one thing that you can see the power of the charge beam, like when you're super close range, is that killed that Dorax in one shot. So I'm gonna try to do it here with Serris too. This is the core, you know, this is the X-infected version of Serris. But you can actually finish... Now, okay, I didn't get it twice, but you can finish this phase with 2 charge shots if you get the super close range version, you know, the super close range charge shot. So, looks like it's probably going to take one more for me. The spacing on it is really tight, so it's not the easiest thing to do. Oh, of course he came from the other side. Okay, start cooperating. Or not. Okay, wow. Maybe I didn't hit the first one when I thought I did. Like, I thought the color change happened, though, so... I'm not sure. There we go. But, yeah, Serris is a pretty slick and slippery boss. Every time you shoot it, it will start moving really quickly, which makes it very hard to evade. Once you get to the Corex portion of it, you know, it's pretty much the same as the other Corex fights for the most part. But for beating Serris, we get ourselves the Speedbooster. So I'm going to try to see if I can do a fancy trick here. This is really hard. Nope, I didn't get it. Okay. So as with the other 2D Metroid games that feature the Speedbooster, you can Shine Spark. If you Shine Spark just before hitting the ground there, you will basically crash through all of those enemies and go all the way to the other side, which will make it a lot easier to break those Speed Booster blocks that were on the floor there. So that saves quite a bit of time. Got ourselves a couple missile expansions here, and I know I'm over 20 minutes here, but I'm also relatively... Actually, I needed to turn the power off first, so well, not turn the power off, but you know, just get rid of the electricity in the water. So this will actually probably be a good place to end it. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Fusion. I've been redxparasite, signing out.